Hello everyone, this is Prasid Banerjee from Digit.in. So now we'll take a look at the performance and camera of the Xolo Q600. As you mentioned before, it's a budget price smartphone. So here the performance wise, let's talk about the UI first. The UI is pretty much stock Android. It runs on KitKat, and as you can see, there's no additions that Xolo has made to the home screen except these two the sim indicators on the top. They're colored. That is the only addition that Xolo has made to the screen. But overall, it's a stock Android, just like you will find in your Nexus devices or the Motorola devices. This is completely stock Android, so not much to talk about there. It's a good choice though, because the phone otherwise doesn't perform very well. Which brings me to the UI part. Now, stock Android, you don't expect it to be very sluggish. You don't expect a sluggish performance from a UI that is stock. But in the Q600S, you will see the performance is sluggish. There is the UI when you move around is it's a little sluggish, which is not something that I really like. And although it's got a quad core 1.2 gigahertz Broadcom processor, which should perform better than what it's doing right now. Even to play games, this is definitely not a phone that you can use for high-end gaming. But for low-end games, it should be good enough for you. Although the more you play, the more fingerprints your screen will get, and the worse will be your sunlight visibility. That is again a negative for this phone. So, looking at the game, Subway Surfer is of course the simplest. Like you saw there was a lag. So this is not good when you have a simple lag in such a simple game as Subway Surfer. It's not something you would want from any phone. It doesn't matter how much you're spending on the phone. It doesn't matter whether it's a budget phone. You would at least want to play simple games without lags and anything. Still though, when you play games like Subway Surfer and Temple Run and other of these simple yet popular games, you will see that it does fit your requirement, but you know, I wouldn't like my phone to lag even once if I'm playing such simple games. Of course, the choice is yours. If you are okay with that, then it's a different thing with you. But I won't want that. Definitely, some points will go off this phone's score just because of that. Also, performance wise, we'll also look at the camera of this phone, which is actually one of the better things about this phone. It's the camera UI is stock, again pretty much stock, except these the settings button on top, a few settings that you can do, but overall it's a stock UI. It focuses fast. The flash is a single LED with the which is next to the 5 megapixel camera here. As you can see, it's a 5 single LED flash here. But the good thing about the camera though is for a 5 megapixel camera and for one in this range, this one takes very good pictures. In fact, if you look at this for outdoor lighting conditions and good lighting conditions, this is a very good picture that it has taken. White balance and all are pretty good. It's not that noisy. The pictures are not very noisy. Yes, the noise levels do increase when you take a low light shot. So this is low light shot. The noise levels do increase in this, but still it's minimal. It's minimal noise level, something that if you're spending less on a phone, you can expect, and it's not something that this phone should be faulted for. But overall, the camera performance is not bad. This is one of the better cameras in this range, and the color reproduction is good, and even white balance is quite good. So talking about who will buy this phone, the Xolo Q600 is not really something that I would recommend to anybody. To be honest, even the Lava Iris X1 from its sister concern is much better than this, although that is also not a recommendation. If you're spending something within 10,000 and you want a phone within rupees 10,000, you would do much better to go for a Asus Zenfone 5, a Moto E, or even a Carbon Titanium S1 Plus. That's also a better phone than this. Although the Titanium S1 Plus does give you less battery life, This phone can give you almost a full day's battery life, the Xolo Q600. Titanium S1 Plus will not give you the entire day. Moto E and Zenfone 5 though will both give you very good battery life. So it's not, this phone cannot be recommended. It's got a average display which is hurt really badly because of the fingerprints, and it does not perform very well. The camera is good and the looks are good, but I hardly think that's enough to sell this phone.